All right. So, good afternoon. My name is Wei Yong. So today, the topic that we're going to cover is we are talking about utilizing technology to attract leads from your listings. So if you notice, the COVID-19 pandemic actually have accelerated the use of technology, be it on shopping, or on meeting up prospects, or even attending conference. Right. So we have a lot of companies that already started the digital transformation stage, as we know now. Right. So in the real estate sector, how do we actually utilize technology? Because all the while we have been doing the manual way, like meeting up the prospect, going to the units to view. So all this, we still can try to practice that, but how do we actually utilize technology in today's world? Okay, so it's actually no longer about listings our property listing in the websites and paying to be featured, because we used to be going to any websites that is available and we do the property posting there, right? It's actually now more than that. We should try to consider to utilize technology more. So doing this is actually now, we can say it's like doing this is not enough. Like posting the same property multiple times in the website, like in our website Estate123, actually we noticed there are some agents that actually post the single property, but then they do many times. So actually this is a big no-no because if we try to duplicate the same property many times, actually when we have any prospect viewing our profile, so actually it will make it looks a bit not that professional. So we normally advise not to post the same property many times in a single platform, right? Creating multiple accounts with different name, but then doing the same posting again. So this is also one of the method that we saw, or we noticed that some of the agents are practicing, because what they do is they create a few accounts, and then they will create the same posting. Because how we notice that is like we will see some of them using the same photo, same description, everything the same, but they're using different contexts. But maybe they are sharing it with a few agents together, but we try to avoid that, right? And also title stuffing to get the important points in the listing title. So this is more like if you notice sometimes some of the property posting, some users or some agents, they will try to put in everything into the title. So they'll put something like condominium for sale in Damansara, Perdana, fully furnished, cheap, near MRT, something like that. So they will put everything into the title, which actually will not really help them much on that, right? And finally, using SMS and WhatsApp Plus. So if you just practice this for now, it won't be enough anymore, because what we need to do is we need to get noticed, right? So now the most important thing is, how do we get noticed technologically, right? So what we're going to talk about today is basically using technology and getting noticed, and that is how we can attract more leads into our listings. Okay, so what else we can do if we have limited resources? We only have certain budget that we can spend on a particular month. So what can we do? Okay, so let us share with you some of the methods that you may consider to practice after the session today, right? The tactics that we're going to share with you is all basically is free, so you don't have to spend money to practice them. But it's just that if let's say you have certain budgets that you want to do better, then you can use that money to do that. Like the session we have 2 weeks ago about finding freelancer or finding talents to help you to do videos. Those are the things that you can consider if you have the budget allocated for that. Okay, so let's start with the techniques. Okay, so we start with 4 techniques that is we feel that is something that you should practice, right? And at the end of this session, we're going to share one bonus tips or one bonus technique that you should consider, right? So we'll start with the video and virtual tour. So on our very first webinar, we actually talk about the video. Okay, so actually doing a video now is, we can say, is very important to show the video to the viewers about a property, because for now we can see that there are more and more people, before they even search for a property, they will want to do their own research first. So if you are creating a video or you're creating your own channel to talk about a certain area or certain property, right, the chances of the prospects getting to know you is higher. Because later in the slides, there's some slide I want to show the usage of this social media link, where how high is the traffic of the people, and where is the channel that you can consider to reach out to all these potential leads, right? So in our website alone, we actually have the section where we can allow you to show the video that you have created. So once you've created the video, you need to upload them into the YouTube. So in the YouTube, you create one channel for yourself. You can upload the video there, right? Then you just copy the link from your YouTube channel, and then you can paste it into our page when you are creating the property. Okay, because when you're creating the property, there's one portion where you can create, or you can add up to 3 video, right? So when we are talking about video, right, since we are allowing you to share 3 video per posting, how we suggest you to do that is basically you create one video talking about that area alone. So you try to make the video not too long for this one, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes just talking about the area, right? Then the second property, maybe you can talk about that building itself, and then the third video you talk about detail about inside the property. Then you can like walk through inside the unit and then talk about it and then share it there, right? So that's why we create 3 sessions for you to share the video there. Okay, the next one is live streaming. Right. Live streaming actually is something I can say is like currently is widely used in other countries, like in Australia and even in the United States, because in Malaysia currently we notice people start using the live when they are doing selling products. Like, you know, sometimes if you go to Facebook, you will notice like there's a live there, someone is sharing their life, and then when you go in, then they are selling something, right? So that is also one of the method that you can consider to reach out, because doing a live, maybe now you feel like it's something very new, but this is also one of the way that you can create your own content. Okay, like this example here, we have this guy from Australia. Actually, when he did a live, he do a Q&A with the home shoppers. So what he do is he started a Facebook live, and then he gets his audience to ask questions, then he answer there. Then actually this one helps a lot, because you actually building trust between you and the your prospect or the buyer. Okay, then we also have this person, this lady in US. She do a home tour. So also same thing, she started a video and then she walk around in the house, explaining about the house, and then share it in Facebook. And then the good thing is like, if you use Facebook Live like this, right, it's actually recorded live. Okay, wait, I think I saw some comment there. Okay, sorry, you just continue. Okay, then the next one, right? Then we also have this same person. She actually used the live to do a home buyer tutorial. This one is actually it's more like a walkthrough of the property, but this one is to the buyer that already purchased the house. So she just like did this just to show to other people. It's like, oh, you know, I'm doing a video like this. Then it's to create the awareness and also the trust lah. So people know that, oh, this agent actually not bad, because she's using technology to sell the property. Then for you as an agent to find buyers that want you to help them to sell the property or rent the property, right, they also will trust you more because you are doing these kind of things. Okay, let me see if I can open this one. Actually, I captured this particular video from the page. Let me see, I can share it with you here. Let me try to open the screen. Okay, let me see, I can load it here. Okay, right. So okay, I think there's some problem with the sound, but what you can see here is she started a Facebook Live, and it actually happens quite some time ago already, but you see it's a recorded version. So if you create a recorded version of a live, right, then you can actually have it in your page, and then you have other prospect that can see your video from there. Okay, so something that you can try to practice. Okay, let me change back to the slide. Okay, the next one I want to share is using QR code, right? So QR code, if we look at it, it's like in Malaysia, we know that QR code is something that has been used a lot for contact tracing in our MySejahtera app, right? This is actually something that the QR code actually is something that has been practiced in Australia and even US for quite some time already. But in Malaysia, we haven't have much practice for using QR code on the property. Okay, so if you are going to start to practice using the QR code, right, you should try that into one of the property that you have. Okay, so I'm going to have another session to share about using the QR code in detail, but the reason why we are sharing why you should use QR code is because if you have a like normally if there's a property for sale or for rent, mostly you will be putting a phone number or a banner outside of the building, right? And then the chances of if someone call you and then inform you that, oh, I'm at this property, I want to know more, the chances might be slim, right? So if you want to get a prospect to actually know more, and then when the time they call you, they're actually like 60 or 70% interested on the property already. How do you do that, right? So this is where you should generate a QR code for the property and then put it outside of the property that you are renting or selling together with your contact number. So now, because as we have more and more people using the QR code, most people will know how to utilize QR code already, how to use a QR reader to scan, right? So if someone, they saw your QR code, they use the mobile phone and then they scan, it actually bring them to the property detail page, let's say in Estate 123, then they can see the detail, they can see the videos that you uploaded, and then they find out everything they want, and then they scroll to the top or to the bottom, and then they see your contact number, then they call you. So is it, you think that way will be better? Because by the time they call you, they already know 70 or 80% about your property. So they don't have to call you, say, oh, I want to know more, right? And then you look at this next slide. This is a statistics of QR code usage in Malaysia. So I can say it's quite a big jump to about 76.9% usage of QR code. Most probably is because of the MySejahtera app, but at the same time, because of the increase on the usage of the QR code, right, we can see more people now, they realize that, okay, actually using QR code, it actually help them to get more information faster without them needing to type anything on the browser, on the phone. Okay, right. The next one is the social media. So the fourth, just now out of the all the four techniques that I mentioned, right? So I think most of you should be using social media already, but you might be just using Facebook. Okay, so this is also a latest statistics up to January 2021. This company, Hootsuite, they're actually a marketing company, and they do quite a lot of analysis about marketing around the world. So we managed to get data about the data in Malaysia. So from these statistics, you can see we have YouTube on top, where most people are using YouTube as their social media platform. We have 93.7%, which is very, very high. So that's why in our session, when we talk about using video, you can see how video can help, because we have so high usage of video when it comes into the social media platform. Okay, next we have WhatsApp. Okay, which is, this one also is understandable because everyone is using it for messaging, and then followed by Facebook, and then Instagram. So Instagram is about a bit low, but also depends on the target market. Who are you approaching? But for Instagram, what we can say is, if you go into this channel to market, is actually more to creating the awareness to let people know about you, because you are just, because for Instagram, right, you can only post post photo, right? You cannot post too many links in the photo. You can have your profile, and then in your profile you have a link to a particular website, but you cannot put a link into each of the photo there, right? So Instagram is something that you can use, but it's more for you to create your branding, to create awareness about you. Okay, then we have Twitter, WeChat, Telegram. So the list goes on, but this is the top few social media that we want to share that you should look into. Okay, and if you have some budget that you can spend for advertising, especially because for social media like Facebook, they are the targeting for social media like Facebook is, I can say, is very accurate, because in Facebook, everyone update their profile, like the date of birth, the gender, what is their interest, everything is recorded into that platform. So if you are considering to run ads, or you have budget to run ads on the social media, right? So if you are considering Facebook, then this is the data that you should know. Okay, the audience that we have mainly is between 18 to 34. So I guess for properties, the main target that you are looking at is actually from the 25 to this 44 area here, right? So we are looking at quite high number of audience that you can reach out for the range of 25 to 34, but for 35 to 44 is a bit low lah. But at least this is some numbers that you can look into. Okay. Okay, so finally on the bonus strategy. So this one is something that I can share, is I can say it's very new locally here in Malaysia, because I think it's still a very fresh platform, but then the audience also, we are looking at a different group of audience. Okay, and I think some of you should have heard of it already. So it's called TikTok. All right, so you must be wondering, like, TikTok, why is it considered a technology that I can use to reach out? Okay, so it's very new, and at the moment, like in Malaysia, we have 32 million population, right? The population that is using the TikTok now in Malaysia, we have 4 million users, and the audience is actually growing, right? But the thing that we have to consider here is, for this platform, we are looking at the Generation Z people. So Generation Z is people that is born between the year 1997 to 2010, between this age range. And the earliest one that is already in the workforce now is 24 years old. So if let's say we are looking at creating the awareness about ourselves, creating a brand or a channel, right? So this one, if is something that you can consider. You might not have to purposely create content for this one, but because you're creating content for YouTube or maybe for Facebook, then you can use that content and then utilize it here, right? So this one, what we can say is, this is an upcoming channel for you to also to reach out, right? So why we are targeting the Generation Z now, okay? Because they are the one that is mainly on the phone most of the time. So the Generation Z, they are all, how to say, they must be on the phone all the time. So you see here we can say that they are the people which is mobile native, right? And also one thing is we can say the Generation Z is the people that is very focused on saving money. So if you notice these days, if you see Facebook or YouTube or anywhere, more and more people coming out talking about investment, like buying property or maybe stock investment, everything, and they are all talking about saving money, right? So this is where you can consider to reach out for your potential leads. Okay, so this is just some statistic I want to show. When the data is captured in January 2020, TikTok was just about 21% usage, and from the rank here, it is ranked number 12. By the time January this year, the usage of TikTok actually increased to 35.5%. From number 12, it jumped up to number 9. So you see the growth that we can see. Right? So if you are very new in this, right, so as I say, it's not something that you have to spend too much time on it, but try to just create something there so that you have a channel or you have your presence there. And in the future, if anyone they start to use or those people that is already using the TikTok, like those Generation Z, right? By the time they are able to afford the property, they might know you already. Okay, so this is one example. Some agency are actually using TikTok right now, but what I show here is they are actually using it to run actual ads. Okay, so this one was one of the ads that we see. When you go in, then this video, he actually show the property. So you're showing the house, and then they will show all these features like what is the house about, how many bedroom, and then if I want to know more, there's this sign up button here. I click, you actually go to their website with all the details. I can also sign up. Okay, but what I show here is paid TikTok paid ads lah. So someone actually pay to the TikTok ads, like how we run ads in Facebook or in YouTube, and then it's listed here. Okay. So my point here is basically you can start targeting or creating content for this channel, but don't put too much time on it first. Just create your presence, create your branding. All right. So basically, with all this technology that I showed just now, I hope that it can actually help you to give you some idea how you can actually utilize the technology, build your brand, and then get the leads. Because in fact, nowadays, right, like when I started the slide earlier, we want to utilize the technology to reach out and then gain the leads. Okay, so let me see if we have any question from our audience here. Okay, do we have any questions from the floor? Okay, so I hope the sharing today is able to give you guys some ideas on how you can actually utilize technology and create a channel or create a brand for yourself and then gain the leads. Okay, so this is my details. So if you have any question after this session, you can email me anytime, or you can also go to any social media channel, search for Estate123, and then follow us in there. And in fact, all our webinar videos, we will also share it in our YouTube channel. So you just go to our YouTube channel and then you search for Estate123, and then you follow our link there, because we'll be creating more content like this to share to all our agents. So we hope that with this, we can help you to get more leads, do more sales. All right. Okay. So thanks everyone for your time. Do stay tuned for our next session for next week. We'll be sending out more details on our next webinar. Okay. Thank you.